So, why do you like to use your Corcoran Reverie app that was provided to you by your brokerage?
I like to use the Corcoran Reverie app because to me, the Corcoran Reverie app is a game changer. It provides my clients with real-time access to the listings, the market updates, and it's a direct communication with me. And that keeps everything efficient and transparent, which allows me to be always available, without physically having to be everywhere at once. Clients appreciate that. And, to give them the opportunity to explore properties or ask questions through the app, I love how it keeps the process streamlined and user-friendly.
Yeah. So, why do you think that tech is important in real estate in recent times? And how does it help you to stand out in such a competitive, kind of oversaturated market?
Well, for me, I feel like the tech is most important. It's important to build that kind of relationship. I think it's a relationship building tool. Tech isn't just about efficiency. It's about deepening connections, incorporating apps, CRMs, and social media into your daily workflow. But, you don't want to lose that personal touch. So to utilize these tools to foster better communication and stay top of mind with clients, set a routine, like sending, property updates every morning or engaging on social media daily to create consistent habits that help you grow your network, because that's what it's done for me.
Yeah, it's all about the habits, right? Just in real estate in general, when you're thinking about anything or how to improve, it's like, don't go away from the habits. And I think it's funny too that you said that, using tech is about deepening connections. Cause I think some people or some realtors, maybe who've been doing it for a while think that using tech takes away from the personal connection.
Yeah.
So what do you think your app's most compelling feature is?
For me, I think the most compelling feature of the app is definitely the real-time property updates. My clients alone love being able to be the first to know when a property comes on the market or when there's a price change. It also helps them feel like they have an inside track, especially in a competitive market. I usually get the clients on the app by introducing it during our first conversations, emphasizing how it simplifies the process for them and keeps everything in one place. It's really a tool designed for their convenience, and to explain that to them and to get them in that position to understand that on the spot, I feel like it gives them an advantage to feel like they know more than what they really maybe do, but we'll never know. So always make them feel like they're important when it comes to understanding something that could not be as understanding, if that makes sense.
Yeah, totally. Because they feel like they're in a little bit more control, right? Whereas sometimes I feel like clients feel like when they're working with the realtor, like there's something the realtor isn't telling them, or they know about properties that, they're holding out on them or something. And it's like, well, look in the app. This is MLS. Like, you're seeing everything that I'm seeing.
Absolutely.
What's your best client connection app story?
Oh, golly. I think one of my best app-related client stories, because I talk to everybody like a million miles an hour, it has to be the one where it had this couple. They were relocating from out of state. I believe it was Atlanta. And they use the app daily to explore the listings in the neighborhoods virtually, especially some of my favorite ones here that I wanted to bring them to the Panhandle. So thanks to the app's instant notifications, they were able to snag their dream home to them within minutes of it hitting the market before even stepping foot in Florida. So they felt empowered and in control, and even from miles away, that made the process feel so smooth and stress-free.
That's awesome. That's really cool to hear that you used it more on a local level, even though the people weren't physically there.
Yeah.
So your social media is so fun. It looks like it's a big part of your business, and you mentioned it earlier with the habits. You have the salty listings kind of brand going on, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Tell us why building a strong personal brand for realtors is important, and how you've marketed yourself and your app on your social.
I think a strong personal brand is critical in real estate because it builds trust and recognition. Salty listings is more than just a tagline. It's kind of my unique connection to the coastal lifestyle and my faith, which resonates with my clients who share similar values. So social media plays a huge role in how I connect with my people, and I market the app as a part of the salty listings experience because, highlighting how it gives clients that edge in their property search while staying true to my authentic brand is just another plus.
Awesome. Yeah, so you have like a really cool logo, just to fill everyone in about the Salty listings. You make like cool hats and merch. Where can we get some? And tell us how that all started.
Golly, if I could obviously make a store at this point going forward about how people can purchase that merchandise instead of giving it away, because my wife's like, you got to stop giving it away. They obviously want it. And they're rocking it.
Your spin out, your side hustle.
Yeah. I mean, Salty listings is great. I mean, if I'm selling on the coastline of properties, I look at lake, Gulf, bay, river, any stream of water that has salt in it. And, that Northwell font that Corcoran brand has gives it that authentic kind of edge when you put it on merchandise or clothing or whatever. So to see people float around across the panhandle, including my marketing, it's just kind of really nice to see that in random places pop up with, even accessories like pens and stuff.
Yeah, like seeing it in the wild is funny. Like, oh, that's my hat. Like that's my company. That's pretty cool. So what led you to work for Corcoran Reverie in the first place? Like, why did you want to join them?
Oh, you want to know what led me to be with Corcoran, the real version? Corcoran.
Spill the tea.
Yeah. So I always feel like out in front is kind of like my slogan for everything and anybody that, wants to, stand out with whatever their values are. So Corcoran Reverie's values and commitment to excellence really stood out to me. I wanted to realign myself with a brokerage, firm that mirrors my own dedication to quality and service, my client relationships. So they also offered the cutting edge tools like the app, that enhance the way that I do my business. That's just one of many things, one of our newest things. So being a part of a trusted brand like Corcoran Reverie allowed me to continue to grow while delivering that top tier service to my clients.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that the teams, the brokerages that are growing and winning are the ones that do appreciate a tech stack.
Absolutely.
And what can they give that other people aren't giving? And I think the ones that aren't doing that are kind of falling behind because they don't know what you need to be competitive in today's market.
100% agree.
Yeah. So what can realtors do now to prepare themselves for 2025? What are some of your predictions? I know we're in an election year. Things might be changing soon, but I think sometimes, people get to January and they're like, oh my God, I need to do all the things and set all these resolutions. And it's like, what could you have done a few months ago to kind of prepare for these things coming up?
Right, Rachel. So for me to prepare myself for 2025 and what I think realtors should focus on is building that strong client relationships, leveraging technology, stay ahead of the curve, as the market becomes data driven, and competitive, agents that embrace tools like this app or CRMs and social media to engage clients will thrive. I predict that we'll see more tech integrated home buying experiences, and those who adapt early will be the ones leading the market. Staying informed on the market trends and continually educating yourself is also the key to staying relevant and just staying alive in this business.
Realtors see TV shows and they think they're going to get into real estate, and it's going to be kind of like the overnight success story where they're out there selling $1 million mansions. We were kind of talking about that before we were rolling, actually. So what is the reality of that, and how can you really get kind of from point A to point B in your business?
Oh, I wouldn't say it's 100% falsified reality, but you can make that a reality. That dream, that reverie can become a reality for some if you put the hustle, the heart, and the patience into doing all the things that make sense to stay ahead of the curve, because it is not instant gratification. And I've had this, trouble in the past with, seeing the people who want to learn and grow and the people that are hungry for the knowledge and the curveballs that come the way, because this is about patience, virtue. It is not for everyone. And I think everybody thinks it's an instant gratification because, getting that commission check is what we're applauded for. And that's what we live off of and grow with and be able to build a better company as independent contractors. But I think a lot of them, I'd say 60% of real estate agents or real estate advisors come to the realization that is not, exactly what happens. And TV gives you that buzz, it gives you that high, that drive that says like, this is what real estate's about. You should jump in, you know what I mean? Like collecting $100,000 checks left and right. That's a possibility, but that's not how it starts out. And if it is, you're lucky.
Good for you if it is, right?
Good for you. Where do I sign up for that?
Why do you think it's important to have a mobile app? I think some agents are like, I have a website, that's fine. And then they're wondering why they're not getting any lead gen or conversion from their website, right? So like, why do you like to use the mobile app?
I love using the mobile app. I think being tech savvy, straightforward is the way to go. It's a train to be on constantly. Things are constantly changing and you need to be able to evolve always. But if you just have a website and you're expecting somebody to just visit it, that's like saying like, I only take listings, or if you're a bartender working at a bar, you need a drink or something, you come into my table. You're coming to my table. But if I'm a server, I'm coming to your table. You need to be both of those people. You never just stop, because if I just have this floating website and I just hope that people are going to visit and just call me and they're going to do all this work to get to me, you've already lost.
Yeah, that's true. It's if you have a tool where you can kind of actively go after people, share something with them of value, it kind of deepens that connection.
They'll respect you so much more, and a lot of those walls will come down immediately.
Yeah. Why would you advise agents to take advantage of the technology provided to you by your brokerage, like the Corcoran Reverie app?
Oh gosh, I think it's a huge advantage, just like you said with the ROI, like the return on investment, to have these types of tools utilized in our everyday lives. They're just tools. It's like having a big, toolbox. What are you going to use today? You're going to use the hammer, the wrench, the socket. What do you need to help you get through your day and drive you to the finish line so you can better prepare yourself for the next day?
I love it. Where can everyone check out your social media, Paul? Follow you, find you?
Oh gosh, I'd said if you just type in salty listings in Google, you'll find my blood type and everything. So I think that's the best way to find me, is just hashtag salty listings. Kind of stuck with me at this point going forward, or I should say growing forward,
I love it. Awesome. Thank you so much for being here with us today. And we are excited to follow along with all your adventures in real estate. And we'll see you on the next one.
I appreciate you for having me, Rachel. You have a great day. We'll see you.